Pickleball. What the f*** is pickleball? Pickleball is an industry plant and I'm about to prove it to you. We don't have a lot of time before Big Pickle gets to me and this is a very serious situation, so let me get right into it. Also, I stole these glasses from a homeless man across the street. Let me go give it back to him. You all might need a little bit of background about what pickleball really is or why it's an industry plant, so let's start with the timeline. I call the first part of the timeline the grade school years, mentions of pickleball. I, and you as well probably, were in grade school when we heard of pickleball. There were probably 1, maybe 2 years in PE class where your PE teacher made you play pickleball. You've never heard of the sport before. I remember when they brought out those wooden rackets. I remember when they brought out those flimsy balls. I remember thinking to myself, what the heck is a pickleball? And usually I would say, what the motherfucking shitting fuck is a pickleball? But because I was a kid, I would never say that. I'm sure you had similar thoughts. I also remember thinking to myself, isn't this just slower tennis? And as we're adults now, we can safely say, yes, and objectively worse. That's really all there is at this part of the timeline. I remember it like it was yesterday. Pickleball came into my PE class, and the very next day, it disappeared for a long, long time. The next part of the timeline I call the Void Century. It takes place in that same grade school year to 2023. It was when pickleball disappeared from the human lexicon. There was no mention of pickleball. You do not remember what a pickleball even looked like. No one was playing pickleball, the internet was a safer place, PewDiePie still uploaded, your mother still loved you, Pokemon games were still fun to play, and if you did say that you played pickleball, you too are an industry plant. And then all of a sudden, the era we're currently in, pickleball is the GOAT sport from 2023 to the present. You're not playing pickleball, but your friends are, your colleagues are, your aunts and uncles are, even your dog is playing pickleball. If you're following so far, you can tell something is not adding up. Let's take a look at the USA Pickleball website. I'm sure we can find a lot of information about pickleball here, huh? In fact, let's take a look at the first thing that we see on the webpage. Pickleball is fun, social, and friendly. The rules are simple and the game is easy for beginners to learn, but can develop into a fast-paced competitive game. Wrong! Everybody knows that games can't both be fun and social and competitive. I've seen it happen far too many times with my own 2 eyes. As soon as a game becomes competitive, friend groups crumble, the economy takes a nosedive, and your girl leaves you to be with me. Does Big Pickle think we're idiots? Yes. Does it really think that it can make this short paragraph without having anyone question the blatant lies it's spewing? In fact, let's take a look at another part of this propaganda website, where we take a look at the brief history of pickleball. Pickleball was invented in 1965 on Bainbridge Island, a short ferry ride from Seattle, Washington. Can any of you watching this video tell me in good faith, was 1965 a real year? Can you confirm that with your own 2 eyes? 3 dads, notice no women. Joel Pritchard, Bill Bell, and Barney McCollum, whose kids were bored with their usual summertime activities, are credited for creating game? You mean the game? Pickleball has evolved from original handmade equipment and simple rules into a popular sport throughout the US and Canada? This gets fishier and fishier the more we dig. The game is growing internationally as well, with many European and Asian countries adding courts. Save it, usapickleball.org. We know that the world revolves around the USA, but let's take a deep dive into the founding members of Pickleball, shall we? Taking a look at the members, we see Joel Pritchard served in the House of Representatives. He was a politician? I mean, let me ask you this, without looking it up, what does the House even represent? 1, 2, corruption! It represents corruption. The next member was Bill Bell. Rest in peace. He died. Condolences to your family. I'm sure that pickleball is a really great sport. We actually don't know that much about him. There's not that much information about him online, but he does have the same last name as Alexander Graham Bell, the creator of the telephone. Ring, ring, yes? The industry is calling. And the last founding member was Barney McCollum. Also rest in peace. Condolences to your family. I'm sure pickleball is really great. I should try it sometime. But he was an envelope industry titan. And you must ask yourself the question, how does information get spread? Well, through the written language, through envelopes. Big Envelope has sure been quiet recently. Pulling the strings, I ask? I think to get a really good picture of why pickleball is an industry plant, we should take a look at some other industry plants. Oh, not that one. Bobby Altoff, because TikTok told me so. Taylor Swift, because Twitter told me so. And Billie Eilish, because Reddit told me so. Now you might be asking, why are these all women? Well, that's not this video, but ladies, I'm sorry. I don't know why people keep calling them industry plants and no men. But abolishing the patriarchy is a conversation for another time, and I'm about to contradict myself with this joke, but I think women in general are industry plants too. I mean, I've never talked to one. Have you? Fucking certainly not. Look at you. But there is one industry plant that is not a woman, that I might say is the most famous industry plant of all that ties this all together. SpongeBob SquarePants. Everybody knows that SpongeBob is an industry plant. You don't need an explanation from me here. I mean, if you take some letters in SpongeBob out, if you put some letters in, and then if you rearrange them, it even spells out, I am an industry plant. Signed, SpongeBob. S. Period. How does SpongeBob SquarePants, the original industry plant, fit into all of this? Well, October 28th, 1999. That's all I can say. Okay, I'll say more. SpongeBob SquarePants episode 13. Scaredy Pants. If you're smart enough, you may have gotten it by now. If not, roll the clip.
I've come for your pickle.
I've come for your pickle, huh? What else comes with pickles? That's right, balls. How does this make any sense? How does this prove that pickleball is an industry plant? If you don't see it, you fucking idiot. Share this video with all of your friends and family to make sure that they stay safe. Stay safe out there. I love you. Goodbye. Jesus fucking Christ, that was so dumb. I don't know why I did that, but I really should return these glasses.